upang matugunan ang mga kinakaharap na pagsubok ng mga guro at mag-aaral sa gitna ng kasalukuyang pandemya. Nagsanib tulong sina Congressman Charlie Cojuangco ng unang distrito ng Tarlac, DEPED Region 3 Regional Director Dr. May B. Eclar at Tarlac Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Ronaldo Pozon para sa isang napapanahong proyekto na tinaguriang Project Shine, Aral TarlakHenyo. Ang mga mag-aaral ng Grade 4 at Grade 5, ganon din ang Grades 8 and 9 sa buong probinsya ng Tarlac, kasalukuyang sumasailalim sa radio-based instruction. Katuwang ang himpilang DZTZ 828 kHz AM at RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
Ang Tarlac po nangunguna po ngayon pagdating po sa radio-based instruction. Marami pong humahanga sa atin. I'm very happy this station, itong DCTC, could reach the whole of Region 3. Hindi natin alam, we are contributing. We are creating a very big dent in the history of Philippine education. And I am proud. I am here in Tarlac. This is the noble cause of education in which you and I, without you knowing it, we are bound to do.
Project natin na Project Shine is a natural consequence dahil sa nangyari sa buong mundo. Let's continue to work together. I think it's very Filipino to practice bayanihan in anything or most of the things that we do. And this is a manifestation of that. No? We have private sector, we have DEPED, we have local government, all working together. And I hope the parents of some of these children, especially the parents that did not graduate from school or hindi nakapag-aral nung sila ay bata, sana naman gamitin na nila itong opportunity na mag-schooling na rin sila kasama ng mga anak nila para mag-bonding pati ang mga magulang sa mga bata. I look at this as doing God's work. Diba? So if you do God's work, it feels right. It's righteous. It's for good, not for evil.
Good morning and happy learning, grade 4. Welcome to
Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
Simulcast over DZTZ 828, Radio Filipino Tarlac.
I am Teacher Mercy Pacheco Bognot.
This is Alistair Aidatu.
I am Marie Josephine B. Andrade.
I am Teacher Princess Marie M. Dueñas, and I will be your teacher broadcaster for today.
The word boondocks, which is now part of the English Language Dictionary and Vocabulary, comes from the Tagalog word bundok, meaning mountain. Catch Aral TarlakHenyo every Monday to Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. over Radio Filipino DCTC 828 and streamed live on Facebook page and YouTube channel of RTV Tarlac, Channel 26. I am Jeremiah Gahutan, your English teacher broadcaster. Let's learn English together only here on Aral TarlakHenyo.
Hello there, grade 9 learners. Mayap agad panapon kaya kayo, na imbag nga aldaw kada kayo. Good afternoon, learners of Tarlac. Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac Channel 26. Simulcast over DCTC 828 Radio Filipino Tarlac. We are also streaming live via Facebook page and YouTube channel of RTV Tarlac Channel 26. You can also watch us via Converge TV Channel 100. Broadcasting live here in Morcada Tarlac via remote live broadcast. This is teacher broadcaster Maria Joanna Paula Vigison, and I am your English teacher this afternoon. I am grateful that you are all tuned in today. Sit back, relax, have fun, and listen carefully as I discuss your new lesson. I hope that you are all excited to learn something new this afternoon. Before we proceed with the lesson, please make sure that you have with you your learning modules, learning activity sheets, notebooks, papers, and ballpen. Find a quiet place for you to feel comfortable while listening to our discussion. Are you ready? Okay. So to start, please make sure to comment your names, sections, and schools in the chat box, for this will serve as your attendance. Our topic is from MELC number 1. Judge the soundness of the author's reasoning. The learning objectives that you must be able to do after this lesson are the following. Number 1, identify the methods of reasoning used in statements. Number 2, draw conclusions from the given premises. And last but not the least is to determine valid and sound arguments. Now let us recall the previous lesson discussed to you by Ma'am Mary Jane P. Bay. In the previous episode, you learned about deductive reasoning. In deductive method of reasoning, your conclusion will be correct if all the statements you say are correct. Now let us see if you remember what a deductive reasoning is. So listen carefully to the direction. So read the following statements and identify the premises used. Indicate if the reasoning follows an inductive method or deductive method. Are you ready now? Okay, so let's start with number 1. Julie Ann is Irish. Everyone from Ireland has blonde hair. Therefore, Julie Ann has blonde hair. Okay. So, here is our, what is the answer? Or what is the method used in this statement? Okay, so are you sure? So the answer is deductive method. Very good, grade 9 learners. Now let us have the second item here. Okay, I tend to catch colds when people around me are sick. Therefore, colds are infectious. What method is used? So correct. It uses the inductive method because it is from a specific idea down to the general idea. Now let's try this. Christmas is always December 25th. Today is December 25th. Therefore, it's Christmas. So, what method is used in item number 3? Okay, very good. The correct answer is deductive method. For number 4, the first hair clip I pulled from my bag is pink. The second clip I pulled is also pink. Therefore, all hair clips in my bag are pink. What method is used? Yes, that's correct. It follows the inductive method. Lastly, listen to this statement. All men are mortal. Jake is a man. Therefore, Jake is mortal. What do you think is the answer? Okay, precisely. It is in the deductive method. So you are excellent grade 9 learners. I am happy you can still remember about deductive method because today we will be discussing about reasoning in an inductive manner. Let us define first the difficult terms to help you understand our lesson this afternoon. So according to the Merriam Dictionary, reasoning is a mental process in which a conclusion is inferred from premises. It is a cognitive process of looking for reasons for beliefs, conclusions, actions, or feelings. Reasoning is the generation or evaluation of claims in relation to their supporting arguments and evidence. The ability to reason has a vital impact on one's ability to learn from new information and experiences, because reasoning skills determine how people comprehend, evaluate, and accept claims and arguments. Reasoning skills is also crucial for being able to generate and maintain viewpoints or beliefs that are coherent with and justified by relevant knowledge. Look at the triangles. The small triangle there represents the deductive method. It tells us that text will be written from the general idea to the specific idea. The big triangle, on the other hand, represents a text written in an inductive method. The information will start from the specific idea down to the general idea. Inductive reasoning is a method of drawing conclusions by going from the specific to general. It's usually contrasted with deductive reasoning, where you go from general information to specific conclusions. It is a method of logical thinking that combines observations with experiential information to reach a conclusion. When you can look at a specific set of data and form general conclusions based on existing knowledge from the past experiences, you are using inductive reasoning. This involves forming generalization based on specific incidents you've experienced, observations you've made, or facts you know to be true or false. Inductive reasoning is also called inductive logic or bottom-up reasoning, while deductive method is in a top-down approach. For example, I tend to catch colds when people around me are sick. Colds are infectious. So in an argument, a writer or speaker expresses an opinion about a topic and defends that opinion. A writer or a speaker defends his or her argument using claim, evidence, and reasoning. For us to be able to understand more about our topic for today, which is about the soundness of an inductive reasoning, you must be familiar with the following terms. We have there the claim, a statement that answers a question, an evidence, is the specific data and details that support the claim. Reasoning ties together the claim and the evidence. So when we say claim is a statement about the results of an investigation. These are statements that contains the main ideas of the argument. It answers the questions, what do you know? Evidence, on the other hand, consists of facts, examples, and expert opinions to uphold the claim. These are data or research you gathered, including investigation, reading, videos, and any other information. This answers the question, how do you know? And lastly, the word reasoning is a combination of statements, questions, and rhetorical appeals that attempt to explain or emphasize why a reader or audience should consider the evidence that is presented and accept the claim. This answers the question, how or why does your evidence support your claim? You will also need to distinguish premises and conclusions as well. So to do this, ask yourself what the author of the argument is trying to make you believe. The answer to this question is the conclusion. There must also be at least one reason, and possibly many. These are your premises. Take note, premises are the basis for developing an idea. It may be based on your observations, on experiences, and the conclusion is your decision based on the given premises. Your common sense will be a great help here. Now let us identify the premises and the conclusion in the given argument. Let's try this example. My English teacher last year is awesome. My English teacher this year is also awesome. Therefore, all English teachers are awesome. What are the premises in the given example? How about the conclusion? All right. So if this is your answer, premise 1, my English teacher last year is awesome. And for premise 2, we have my English teacher this year is also awesome. And the conclusion is all English teachers are awesome. Okay, if this is your answer, then you are great. You got the right answer. Now, let's have example number 2. People with flu have COVID-19 virus. People who are in the doctor's clinic have flu. So all people who are in the doctor's clinic have COVID-19 virus. So identify the premises and the conclusion in the given example. Now, if this is your answer, then it's correct. You got the right answer. Okay, so we have there premise 1, people with flu have COVID-19 virus. We have premise 2, people who are in the doctor's clinic have a flu. And our conclusion here is, so all people who are in the doctor's clinic have COVID-19 virus. So very good grade 9 learners. So next we have the third example. We have here, James is a Greek. Most Greeks eat fish. So James eats fish. So what are the given premises in the third example? Very good. So James is a Greek. James is a Greek is our first premise. And the second premise is most Greek eats fish. Lastly, the conclusion is James eats fish. So very good grade 9 learners. Now, let us identify whether an argument is sound or unsound. But before that, what is soundness? What is soundness? So soundness means it is based on valid reasons and good judgment or reasoning. The term sound is most frequently used to describe whether or not argument is valid and has true premises, thereby guaranteeing the truth of its conclusion. So when we say sound argument, the reasoning in the argument is valid and all the statements are true. For unsound argument, an unsound argument is either an invalid argument or a valid argument with at least one false premise. So sound reasoning is one which the truth of the premise, if they were true, would guarantee the truth of the conclusion. So an argument that is sound is one that is both valid and has all the true premises. Therefore, by definition, a sound argument has a true conclusion. The soundness of the author's reasoning was anchored in the evidences logically and accurately. So the reasoning of the author is sound if and only if it is both valid and all its premises are actually true. So it describes an evidence that is strong enough to hold up the author's main idea or belief. So see, for example, in this statement. So people with flu have COVID-19 virus. Riza has a flu. Therefore, Riza has COVID-19 virus. So what can you say about this statement? Is the statement valid? Yes, it is valid, but it is not sound. Because we all know that flu is only one of the symptoms of COVID-19. So our example here is valid but not sound. So another example is, for 5 years, the dog has not bitten me. So I will be walking past the dog today. So the dogs will not bite me. So is this statement sound or unsound? Okay, so this statement is unsound. Why? Why do you say so? So right, because not all dogs are kind. So the second example here is correct. It is sound and valid because it says here that for 5 years, dogs have not bitten me. A dog bit me yesterday. So therefore, not all dogs are friendly. So the second example is sound and valid. It is more correct. Okay. Now, let us try this example. Let's identify if this argument is sound or unsound. Premise 1. A killer whale is a mammal. Premise 2. A killer whale is a whale. And the conclusion is all whales are mammals. So is this argument sound or unsound? Okay, how do you say so? Alright, so this is a sound argument. Very good. How about the next one? All fish can swim. Penguins swim. Penguins are fish. So, is it sound or unsound? Alright, precisely. It is unsound argument. It is not sound because penguins are not fish. They are birds. Next, we have the third example. Premise 1. Most dogs I've seen barks. My dog also barks. Conclusion, all dogs bark. So it is sound. Is it sound or unsound? All right, very good, grade 9 learners. This statement is sound. It is true that all dogs bark because it is their way of communicating. Very good. So we also have here another example. So premise 1, cows are insects. Insects are mammals. So cows are mammals. So is it sound or unsound? All right, great. You are correct. This is an unsound argument. So excellent, grade 9 learners. I believe you really understood our discussion this afternoon. And because of that, give yourself 2 thumbs up. So give yourself 2 thumbs up. Always remember to use your common sense while you are analyzing an argument. This will help you identify whether the argument is sound or unsound. Also take note that 1 or 2 false premises become unsound argument. Inductive argument is equal to a probable conclusion. The premises must be true for the conclusion to be true. True premises is a sound argument. Okay, so we have here, let's check your work now. Activity 2, name my parts. The direction is identify the premises and the conclusion in the following statements. So dogs, so here is the sentence, the statement. Dogs A and B have fleas. All observed dogs have fleas. All dogs have fleas. So here's the answer. Okay, for number 2. Bachelors are unmarried men. Conrad is unmarried, so Conrad is a bachelor. Okay, so here's the answer. Next, big bikes and country bikes are fast motorcycles. They are expensive motors. Therefore, all expensive motorcycles are fast. So here's the answer. Okay, next, a low-cost airline flight is delayed. Other 20 flights from low-cost airline are delayed. Therefore, all low-cost airlines are always delayed. So here's the answer. Okay, very good. And last but not the least is, Jonald is an excellent swimmer. His family has a swimming pool. Jonald's sister, Mary Ann, must also be an excellent swimmer. So check your answer if it is correct. Here's the answer. Next is activity 3, draw conclusions. So here is the direction. Read the following statements and choose the best conclusion based on the premises presented. So use your reasoning skills to draw logical inference. Write the letter of the correct answer on the space provided in each item. So number 1 and number 2, we have these answers. For number 1, it's letter B, and for number 2, it's letter A. For number 3 and number 4, here's the answer. It's letter A for number 3, and number 4 is letter B. And the last number here is, okay, what's the answer? The answer is letter A. So very good, grade 9 learners. So read and analyze each of the following statements. Identify whether it is sound or unsound. Here's the answer. Number 4 and number 5, we have all right. So for your post listening, so I have here, read the article about mandatory military service to help build strong Philippines. So it is written by Priam Nepomuceno, and then fill out the table that comes after. So tell whether the argument is presented in the article is sound or unsound. So you have to use a separate paper to answer the activity. All right. So always remember that inductive reasoning is a method of drawing conclusions by going from the specific to general. So if you are still here in the last part of our discussion, I'd like to say congratulations because you have finished our English session for today. So I'm glad that you are able to stay, and I hope you learned a lot. Before we end this, thank you to all my active listeners out there. And keep on tuning in to RTV Tarlac Channel 100 and on DZEC 828 Radyo Pilipino Tarlac. Don't forget to like and subscribe the Facebook page and YouTube channel of RTV Tarlac Channel 100. So this is Maria Joanna Paula Vidisan, your teacher broadcaster from Moncada National High School. Good day and God bless grade 9 learners.
ba na ang Great Barrier Reef ay ang pinakamalaking living structure on Earth? Matatagpuan ito sa baybayin ng Queensland sa Australia. Ito ay pinamamahayan ng 3,000 coral reefs at 900 coral islands na matatagpuan sa ilalim ng Coral Sea. May haba itong higit sa 2,000 kilometers at makikita lamang sa outer space. Ngunit, dahil sa fragile coral colony nito, unti-unti na itong nasisira sa paglipas ng panahon at dulot na rin ng climate change, polusyon at man-made disasters. Alam nyo na, yan ang Great Barrier Reef.
Kumusta mga giliw kong tagapakinig?
Nagbabalik ang inyong paaralang panghimpapawid,
Aral TarlakHenyo, RTV Tarlac, Channel 26,
At sa bayang naririnig sa DZTC 828,
Radyo Pilipino Tarlac.
Tayo rin ay napapanood sa FB Live ng RTV Tarlac Channel 26.
Sumasahim papawid mula sa bayan ng Pura Tarlac,
mula sa bayan ng San Clemente,
mula rito sa Purok Elementary School, Pura Tarlac,
sa bayan ng Kapas Tarlac.
Ako, ang inyong guro,
na maghahatid sa inyo ng makabuluhang pagtalakay sa ating aralin.
Alam niyo ba na ang gitnang Luzon ay tinaguri ang banga ng bigas ng bayan at kamalig ng palay ng Pilipinas dahil dito nagmumula ang malaking produksyon ng bigas sa ating bansa. Ito ay binubuo ng mga lalawigan ng Aurora, Bataan, Pampanga, Nueva Ecija, Zambales at Tarlac. Ugaliin nating manood ng Aral TarlakHenyo Lunes hanggang Biyernes alas 8:30 ng umaga hanggang alas 5:30 ng hapon. Ako si Binibining Pia Isrin Capiral, ang inyong teacher broadcaster sa Araling Panlipunan dito sa Project Shine Aral TarlakHenyo. Lagi nating tandaan ang pag-aaral ng Araling Panlipunan ay tungo sa daan ng pagiging makadiyos, makakalikasan, makatao at makabansa.
Welcome sa ating Aral TarlakHenyo ng Schools Division of Tarlac Province. Hatid sa inyo ng RTV Tarlac Channel 26, Converge Cable TV Channel 100 at DCTC 828 Radyo Pilipino Tarlac. Isang malusog at ligtas na hapon, kabataang Tarlakhenyo. Narito na naman tayo nagsisikap at nagpupunyagi na maging makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa. Kumusta na kayo mga ginigiliw kong grade 9 learners? Ang aking pagbati at paghanga sa inyong masidhing pagpupunyagi sa patuloy na pag-aaral sa himpapawid upang matuto sa kabila ng hamon ng pagkakataon ng COVID-19 pandemic. Ako ang inyong guro sa Araling Panlipunan Grade 9, Sir Romel O. Castro, broadcasting live mula dito sa Benigno S. Aquino National High School sa bayan ng Concepcion, lalawigan ng Tarlac. Sasamahan at gagabayan kayong maunawaan ang nilalaman ng ating aralin patungkol sa mga patakaran at programa sa sektor ng industriya. Bago pa man tayo magsimula sa ating talakayan, narito ang ilan sa mga paalaala. Una ay siguraduhin ninyong nasa isang lugar kayo ngayon na komportable at maayos na napapanood ang Aral TarlakHenyo via RTV Tarlac Channel 26, Converge Cable TV Channel 100, FB Live at YouTube channel. At tayo rin ay sabayang napakikinggan sa DCTC 828 AM. Ikalawa ay mainam na kayo ay busog habang nanonood upang mas maging alerto ang inyong pag-iisip at maayos na maunawaan ang ating aralin sa araw na ito. At ikatlo, inais kong kunin ninyo ang inyong learners material sa Araling Panlipunan para sa ika-6 na linggo na ika-4 na markahan. Ihanda na rin ang inyong learning activity sheet, ballpen, at sulatang papel upang maitala ang mga mahalagang impormasyon o konsepto na aking mababanggit. Ang ating paksang aralin sa araw na ito ay patungkol sa mga patakaran at programa sa sektor ng industriya. Inaasahan na sa pagtatapos ng aralin na ito ay inyong mabibigyang halaga ang mga gampanin ng sektor ng industriya at mga patakarang pang-ekonomiya na nakatutulong dito. Ito ay nakaangkla sa ating Most Essential Learning Competency, Quarter 4, Week 6, at may LC code na AP9MSP-4E-11. Bago tayo magsimula sa ating paksa ngayong araw, ay alalahanin muna natin ang ating naging aralin noong nakaraang episode. Natatandaan pa ba ninyo? Mahusay! Ating natalakay ang mga patakaran at programang ipinatutupad ng pamahalaan upang mapalakas ang sektor ng agrikultura. Ilan sa mga ito ay ang Land Registration Act of 1902, Public Land Act of 1902 na may kaugnayan sa pagpapatitulo at pamamahagi ng mga lupaing pampubliko sa mga pamilya na nagbubungkal ng lupa. Batas Republika bilang 1160, 1190 at 6657. Agricultural Land Reform Code at Atas ng Pangulo bilang 2 at 27 na pinatupad sa panahon ng dating Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Sr. Samantala sa industriya ng pangingisda, ang mga programang inilunsad ay ang pagpapatayo ng mga daungan, wastong paggamit ng yamang pangisdaan at pagsasagawa ng fishery research. Sa pagtotroso naman ay ang pagpapatupad ng Community Livelihood Assistance Program o CLAS, National Integrated Protected Area System o NIPAS at Sustainable Forest Management Strategy. At ngayon, sa palagay ko ay handa ka na sa ating bagong paksa para sa araw na ito. Sa lahat po ng mga magulang at mga mag-aaral sa ika-9 na baitang na nanonood at nakikinig sa ating broadcast, kung kayo po ay may mga katanungan o nais linawin ukol sa ating paksa ngayong araw, maaari kayong magbigay ng mensahe sa aking messenger. I-type lamang po ang facebook.com/RomelOCastro o tumawag o mag-text sa numerong 0927-088-7475. Ulitin ko ang numerong maaari ninyong tawagan, 0927-088-7475. Bago tayo magsimula sa ating talakayan, ay akin munang susubukin ang inyong kaalaman kaugnay sa ating paksa ngayong araw. Unawaing mabuti ang aking babasahin at isulat ang inyong sagot sa inyong kwaderno o maaaring i-type sa comment section ng ating FB Live. Para sa unang tanong, alin sa mga sumusunod na sektor ang namamahala sa pagpoproseso ng mga hilaw na material upang maging isang produkto? A. Agrikultura. B. Informal na sektor. C. Industriya. D. Paglilingkod. Ang napili mo ba ay letter C, industriya? Tama ka. Pangalawang bilang. Alin sa mga sumusunod na subsektor ng industriya ang tumutugon sa pagpapatayo ng mga gusali, pagawaan, pabrika at iba pang istruktura? A. Industriya. B. Pagmimina. C. Large-scale industry. D. Konstruksyon. Ang tamang sagot ay letter D. Konstruksyon. Ikatlong bilang. Ito ay uri ng industriya na nagmumula sa agrikultura, paggugubat at pagmimina. A. Primary industry. B. Secondary industry. C. Pagmimina. D. Pagmamanufaktura. Kung ang iyong sagot ay letter A, primary industry, ikaw ay correct. Ika-4 na bilang. Ito ay subsektor ng industriya na nagpapatakbo ng mga makina para sa produksyon, kagamitan para sa telekomunikasyon at mga sasakyan para sa transportasyon. A. Pagmimina. B. Pagmamanufaktura. C. Utilities. D. Konstruksyon. Kung ang sagot mo ay letter C, utilities, tama ka. Ikalimang bilang. Ang mga blank na nililikha ng sektor ng industriya ay nakapagpapataas ng antas ng pambansang kita at nakapag-aambag sa kaunlaran ng bansa. A. Produkto. B. Trabaho. C. Kita. D. Buwis. Ang tamang sagot ay B. Trabaho. Ilan ang iyong score? Kung may mali ka man, huwag kang mag-alala at sa ating talakayan ay may pagkakataon ka pa na bumawi mamaya. Matapos nating talakayin ang sektor ng agrikultura, sa episode na ito ay ating suriin ang sektor ng industriya. Ang sektor ng industriya ay kalagayan ng isang ekonomiya na nagpapakita ng kapasidad at kakayahan ng isang bansa na makalikha ng maraming produkto mula sa mga hilaw na materyales na tutugon sa mga pangangailangan ng lokal at pandaigdigang pamilihan. Pangunahing layunin nito ay may proseso ang mga hilaw na materyal upang makabuo ng mga produktong ginagamit ng tao. Karaniwang nagmumula sa agrikultura ang mga hilaw na materyal upang mabuo ang mga produktong maaaring ipagbili sa mga mamimili o gamitin bilang bahagi ng isang produkto tulad halimbawa ng tornilyo sa kotse. Bunga nito, nakapagbibigay ang sektor na ito ng trabaho sa maraming Pilipino. Noong 2018, nasa may 7.9 milyong Pilipino ang nabigyan ng trabaho sa sektor ng industriya. Sa inyong screen, makikita sa talahanian taong 2019 hanggang Enero ng taong 2021, may 3 ang industriya na nakapagbibigay trabaho sa mga mamamayan. Higit na bababa ito kumpara sa agrikultura at paglilingkod. Dahil dito, higit na kailangan ng iba yung pagtutok upang maging maayos at malusog na sektor at higit na maraming tao ang magkaroon ng hanap buhay. Tandaan na ang mataas na kita ng ekonomiya ay higit na mararamdaman kung ang halos lahat ng mamamayan ay mayroong pinagkakakitaan. Ang sektor ng industriya ay nahati sa sumusunod na sekundaryang sektor. Ito ay ang pagmimina, pagmamanufaktura, konstruksyon, at utilities. Ang pagmimina ay ang sekundaryang sektor na kung saan ang mga metal, di-metal at enerhiyang mineral ay kinukuha at dumadaan sa proseso upang gawing tapos na produkto. Halimbawa ay ang hikaw na gawa sa ginto o kabahagi na isang yaring kalakal, halimbawa ay tornilyo para sa kotse. Ang mismong produkto, hilaw man o naproseso na, ay nagbibigay ng kita para sa bansa. Kaya naman ang wastong pagpaplano at paggamit ng mga yamang ay maaaring magdala ng higit na kaunlaran sa bansa. Ikalawang sekundaryang sektor ay ang pagmamanufaktura. Ito ay tumutukoy sa paggawa ng mga produkto sa pamamagitan ng manual labor o ng mga makina. Nagkakaroon din ng pisikal o chemical na transformasyon ang mga material o bahagi nito sa pagbuo ng mga bagong produkto. Ilan sa mga industriya na kabilang dito ay food manufacturing, beverage industry, tobacco manufacturing, footwear and wearing apparel, furniture at fixtures. Ikatlong sekundaryang sektor ay ang konstruksyon, kabilang ang mga gawain tulad ng pagpapatayo ng mga gusali, estruktura at iba pang land improvements, halimbawa ay tulay, kalsada at iba pang bahagi ng serbisyo publiko ng pamahalaan sa mga mamamayan. At ang ika-4 na sekundaryang sektor ay ang utilities. Ito ay binubuo ng mga kumpanyang ang pangunahing layunin ay matugunan ang pangangailangan ng mga mamamayan tulad ng tubig, kuryente at gas. Kasama dito ang paglatag ng mga infrastruktura at angkop na teknolohiya upang maihatid ang nararapat na serbisyo sa lahat ng tao. Ito ay bilang paninigurong ang bawat mamamayan ay maaabot ng mga nasabing serbisyo. May mga uri ng industriya ayon sa laki. Ito ay ang cottage industry, kung saan nakapaloob dito ang mga produktong gawang kamay o handmade products. Hindi hihigit sa 100 manggagawa ang kabilang dito at maliit na lugar lamang ang sakop ng operasyon nito. Ikalawa ay ang small and medium scale industry. Ito ay binubuo ng 100 hanggang 200 na manggagawa at ginagamitan ng payak na makinarya sa pagpoproseso ng mga produkto. At ikatlo ay ang large scale industry, na binubuo naman ng higit sa 200 na manggagawa, ginagamitan ng malalaki at komplikadong makinarya sa pagpoproseso ng mga produkto at kailangan ng malaking lugar para sa produksyon tulad ng planta o pabrika. Malaki ang paghahangad ng maraming bansa na matamo ang kaunlaran. Karaniwang iniuugnay ang industrialisasyon sa kaunlaran ng isang bansa. Ang kaunlaran ay maaaring maganap kung magkakaroon ng transformasyon ang isang lipunan mula sa pagiging rural, agrikultural, atrasado at mapamahiin patungong urban, industrial, progresibo at moderno. Ang konsepto ng industrialisasyon ay hindi lamang nangangahulugan ng paggamit ng mga makinarya at pagunlad ng mga industriya. Higit sa lahat, tinutukoy nito ang mga pagbabagong teknolohikal na sinasabayan ng mga pagbabagong pangkultura, panlipunan, at pangsikolohiya. Pinakatiyak na katibayan ng industrialisasyon ang pag-ikot ng industrial na pagawaan. Masasabing may kaunlarang pang-industriya kung lubos na napakilos ang lahat ng mga pabrika at mga mataas na bahagdan ng mga taong kabilang sa lakas paggawa. Tulad din ng ibang sektor, may mga kahinaan din ang sektor ng industriya. Una dito ay ang policy inconsistency. Ang kahinaan ng pamahalaan na magkaroon ng mga polisiya kung susuporta sa pagpapalakas ng industriya ang isa sa mga dahilan sa pagkawala at pag-iwas ng mga mamumuhunan sa bansa. Ikalawa ay ang inadequate investment. Ang pamumuhunan ay mahalaga upang malinang ang teknolohiya at mapalakas ang kasalukuyang industriya. Kung may sapat na kakayahang pinansyal, mas madali sa isang bansa na magbago ng negosyo at mag-focus sa mga produktong may mataas na demand. Ngunit dahil sa mababang antas ng pamumuhunan sa Pilipinas, kumpara sa mga karating bansa, naging mahirap para sa mga negosyante na mapalakas ang teknolohiya o magbago ng mga produktong ginagawa. At ikatlo ay macroeconomic volatility and political instability. Ang kahinaan ng mga elemento ng macroeconomics at ang kabuluhang politikal sa bansa sa iba't ibang panahon ay nagtulak sa mga lokal at dayuhang mamumuhunan na huwag magnegosyo sa bansa. Bunga nito ang mababang antas ng pamumuhunan na nagresulta sa matamlay na industriya at mabuhay na ekonomiya. At sa kabila ng mga benepisyo na dala ng industrialisasyon sa buhay ng mga mamamayan, ay atin ding suriin ang epekto nito at ang pangmatagalang implikasyon nito sa lipunan. Ayon sa mga ekonomistang tulad ni Adam Smith, Marx, Engels at John Williamson, ang industrialisasyon ay nakapagdudulot ng mataas na antas ng polusyon, hindi pagkakapantay-pantay ng kalagayang pang-ekonomiko at ang pagbaba ng mga pagkakaisa ng mga miyembro ng komunidad dahil sa paglakas ng kompetisyon. Isa pang epekto nito ay polusyon at pagkasira ng kapaligiran. Marami din ang nahihikayat na magtrabaho sa murang edad gaya sa konstruksyon na nagiging dahilan ng pagbaba ng bilang ng mga mag-aaral na nakakapagtapos sa pag-aaral. Sa mga epektong ating nabanggit ay inaasahang maging mapanuri at matalino ang pamahalaan upang mapangalagaan ang limitadong likas na yaman ng bansa at masiguro na maingatan ang mga ito. Gayun din naman, dapat na may kintal sa mga mamamayan na ang bawat isa ay katuwang ng pamahalaan sa pagtataguyod ng pag-iingat ng ating yamang likas. At ngayon ay ating kilalanin naman ang mga patakaran at programa upang mapatatag ang sektor ng industriya sa bansa. Ang ilan sa mga ito ay ang mga sumusunod. Executive Order No. 226 o ang Omnibus Investment Code of 1987 upang mapalakas ang pagtataguyod sa pamumuhunan at paglinang ng mga bagong industriya ng Board of Investment. Pagpapatibay ng antitrust competition law upang malabanan ng mga gawain hindi patas pagdating sa kalakalan, maiwasan ng kartel at monopolyo at maparusahan ang mga opisyal na mga kumpanyang hindi sumusunod sa patas na pagnenegosyo. Pagsusog sa tariff and customs sa Pilipinas. Ito ay bilang suporta sa patas sa pakikipagkalakalan at mapigilan ang patuloy na paglaganap ng smuggling sa bansa. Pagsusog sa Local Government Code upang masiguro na ang kapaligiran sa bansa ay magiging kaaya-aya sa pagnenegosyo. Reforma sa buwis. Ito ay bilang insentibo sa pribadong sektor kaugnay sa RA 8424. Ito ay mga layuning mahikayat ang mga pribadong sektor na magkaroon ng inobasyon at pagtutulungan upang mapagbuti at mapalakas ang pagbubuwis para sa kapakinabangan ng lahat. Pagsusog sa Intellectual Property Code. Ito ay bilang proteksyon sa mga negosyante na ang produkto ay mga sariling likha tulad ng muebles at iba pang gawang kamay. Pagsusog sa Barangay Microbusiness Enterprises. Ito ay bilang suporta sa pagpapalawig at pagpapalakas sa maliliit na negosyo na katuwang ng pamahalaan sa pagbibigay ng trabaho. Nakikita ng pamahalaan ang pangangailangan sa pagkakaroon ng kalidad na lakas paggawa na naaayon sa demand ng pamilihan. Kinakailangan din ng malinang ang infrastruktura at ang mga regulasyong ipinatutupad upang ganap na mapabuti ang sosyo-ekonomikong kapaligiran. Nakatakdang isakatuparan ng pamahalaan ang mga sumusunod upang matamo ang nasabing adhikain. Mapaghusay ang promosyon sa pamumuhunan at estratehiya sa paglinang ng industriya. Masiguro na ang mga magsisipagtapos sa mga paaralan ay kinakailangan ng industriya. Paitaguyod ang paglinang sa mga manggagawa. Mapanatili ng pamahalaan ang pamimigay ng insentibo. Mapabuti ang persepsyon ng pamumuhunan sa bansa. At mapalawak ang kaunlaran sa iba pang mga lungsod. At para sa inyong gawain, sagutin ang mga sumusunod na tanong. Ilagay ang sagot sa malinis na papel. Unang tanong, paano nakatutulong ang mga programa at mga batas na inilahad sa sektor ng industriya? Pangalawang tanong, bilang isang mag-aaral, ano ang inyong maiambag upang makatulong sa sektor ng industriya? Maaari ninyong kunan ng larawan gamit ang inyong cellphone ang inyong sinagutang gawain at isumite ito sa Facebook Messenger ng inyong guro sa Araling Panlipunan. Sa mga walang access sa internet, maaaring ipasa ang inyong ginawang activity sa inyong paaralan sa itatakdang pagsauli at pagkuha ng module. Isang paalaala lamang, ang inyong mga magulang o guardian ang maaaring magtungo sa paaralan sa pagpasa ng inyong mga sinagutang gawain. At sila din ay inaasahang sumunod sa ating mga health protocols gaya ng pagsusuot ng face mask, paghuhugas ng kamay, at physical distancing. Sa susunod na episode ay ating tatalakayin ang sektor ng paglilingkod at mga patakaran at programa upang mapaunlad ang sektor ng paglilingkod. Inaasahan ko na kayo ay natuto sa ating talakayan sa araw na ito. Muli ako ang inyong guro sa Araling Panlipunan Grade 9, Sir Romel O. Castro na nagsasabing ang pag-aaral ng Araling Panlipunan ay daan sa pagiging makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa. Manatili tayong malusog at ligtas mga ka-Tarlakhenyo Tandaan, ang pag-iingat ay ang susi sa ating kalusugan at kaligtasan. Hanggang sa muli.
Ang dagdag na 2 taon sa high school ay malaking bahagi ng programang K-12 sa ating bansa. Pinag-aralan ng mabuti ng Kagawaran ng Edukasyon o DEPED ang nilalaman at paraan ng pagkatuto sa 2 taong ito na tinatawag ngayong senior high school. Sa pamamagitan ng senior high school, tinitiyak ng DEPED ang kalidad ng edukasyon na may malinaw na patutunguhan anuman ang iyong pag-aralan. May 15 core, 7 applied at 9 na specialized subjects ang senior high school. Sa kabuuan, may 31 subjects ang senior high school. Katumbas ito ng 4 na semestre na may 2 quarter bawat semestre. Ang mga paksa sa bawat aralin ay mahalaga upang maihanda ang mga mag-aaral sa 4 na curriculum exit gaya ng kolehiyo, trabaho, middle-level skills development at negosyo. Kahit anong track ang piliin ng isang mag-aaral, maaari siyang magpatuloy sa alinman sa 4 na posibleng curriculum exit. Mayroong 4 na track ang senior high school. 1. Academic track. 2. Technical Vocational Livelihood track. 3. Arts and Design track. At 4. Sports track. Ang senior high school academic track. Upang makatugon sa mabilis na pagbabago ng ating panahon, tinitiyak ng senior high school program na handa ang mga magsisipagtapos dito sa mga hamon ng pagbabago. Sa academic track, ang mga nagsipagtapos ay maaaring makapagpatuloy ng pag-aaral sa kolehiyo, mag-aral ng mas mataas na mga kasanayan o middle-level skills, magtrabaho o magnegosyo. 4 na strand ang maaari nilang pagpilian sa academic track. 1. Accountancy, Business and Management o ABM strand. 2. Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics o STEM strand. 3. Humanities and Social Science or HUMS strand. At 4. General Academic strand o GAS. Ang ABM strand ay para sa mga mag-aaral na nais kumuha ng kurso sa kolehiyo, kaugnay ng finance, business o accounting. Ang STEM strand ay para naman sa mga mag-aaral na may kakayahan o interes sa science, technology, engineering at mathematics. Sa STEM, mayroong mga science lessons na kasama na sa core subjects, kaya papalitan ito ng earth science at disaster readiness. Upang mapabilang sa STEM, kailangan ng final grade na di bababa sa 85 sa grade 10 math at science. Percentile rank na 86 o higit pa sa STEM subtest sa National Career Assessment Examination o NCAE. Kung walang NCAE, maaaring makipag-ugnayan sa paaralang nais ninyo hinggil sa mga requirements. Ang HUME strand ay para sa mga estudyanteng nais kumuha ng mga kursong kaugnay ng social sciences at humanities tulad ng journalism, communication arts, liberal arts, education, sociology, psychology, at iba pa. Ang general academic strand ay para sa mga mag-aaral na nais maging bukas sa mga options o electives mula sa iba't ibang tracks tulad ng academic, TVL, sports, at arts and design. Narito ang mga specialized subjects sa ilalim ng academic track. A. ABM strand. Applied Economics, Business Ethics and Social Responsibility. Fundamentals of Accountancy, Business and Management. Business Math. Business Finance. Organization and Management. Principles of Marketing. B. STEM strand. pre-calculus, basic calculus, general biology, general physics, general chemistry, earth science, disaster readiness and risk reduction. C. Hume's strand, creative writing, creative nonfiction, introduction to world religions and belief systems, community engagement, solidarity and citizenship, Philippine politics and governance, trends, networks and critical thinking in the 21st century, disciplines and ideas in the social sciences, disciplines and ideas in the applied social sciences. D. General academic strand, humanities, social science, applied economics, organization and management, disaster readiness and reduction, electives. Maraming kurso ang maaaring pag-aralan ng mga nakatapos ng kahit anong strand sa academic track na kalaunan ay mapakikinabangan nila sa pagtatrabaho. Narito ang ilang halimbawa. Ang mga mag-aaral na nakapagtapos ng ABM strand ay maaaring pumili ng kurso sa kolehiyo na kaugnay sa trabaho ng isang accountant, bookkeeper, market analyst, entrepreneur, financial advisor, business agent, manager, product and service innovator, portfolio manager, advertiser, o bank teller. Ang mga mag-aaral na nakatapos ng STEM strand ay maaaring pumili ng kurso sa kolehiyo na kaugnay sa trabaho ng isang engineer, medical professional, professor, instructor o teacher, architect, product designer, scientist, veterinarian, dentist, chemist, physicist, pharmacist, graphic designer, at automobile designer. Ang mga mag-aaral na nakapagtapos ng Hume strand ay maaaring pumili ng kurso sa kolehiyo na kaugnay sa trabaho ng isang teacher, instructor o professor, education specialist, guidance counselor, lawyer, writer o author, psychologist, social worker, public servant, journalist, film director, social entrepreneur o influencer. Ang mga mag-aaral na nakapagtapos ng GA strand ay maaaring pumili ng kurso sa kolehiyo, subalit dapat isaalang-alang ang mga prerequisite subjects ng ninanais na kurso.
Good morning, grade 5 learners.
How are you today?
Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
Simulcast over DCTC, Radyo Pilipino, Tarlac.
I am Sir Joshua Evaristo, your teacher broadcaster,
aiming to give you another fun-filled learning experience,
serving you with the different skills learned and have fun together.
A blessed day, TarlakHenyos. Good afternoon, grade 9 students, and to all our viewers and listeners. This is Project Shine Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac Channel 26 and via RTV Tarlac Facebook Live. Simulcast over DZTC 828 Radyo Pilipino Tarlac. Aloha, grade 9. This is Ma'am Ronaline H. Narnola, your teacher broadcaster for today. Broadcasting live here at Kamiling, Tarlac. Together, let us learn the steps and procedures in legalizing a business and see the beauty and benefits of a registered business. This afternoon, you will be my business partner. So, get ready as we explore our fourth quarter lesson, Legalize a Business. Join me in targeting the following objectives. First, Enumerate the steps and procedures in making a business legal. Second, gather legal documents pertaining to business. And lastly, emphasize the importance of registering the business and various government offices. Are you ready and excited to enjoy and learn our new lesson? Stay tuned and be alert in gathering helpful clues for this case. Don't forget to prepare your self-learning modules, ballpen, notebook, and make sure that you are in a comfortable place and free from noise. Today, we will focus our discussion on the steps and procedures in making the business legal. In the last episode in Anthrop 9, we had an interesting discussion regarding the steps in preparing a business plan. Do you still remember that? Let's see. Join me in a simple recap through Activity 1 entitled You Complete Me. You may use your cell phones in giving your correct answers. You may also send your answers through SMS, Messenger, or in the comments section. This is my number, 0912-442-9922. Are you ready? Let's start! I have here a set of guide questions that helps you evaluate business plan, and you are going to determine what part of business plan it is. You may choose your answer from the given choices above. I will be giving you 3 seconds to give your correct answer. Here we go. Number 1. Who will be your workers? In 3, 2, 1. If your answer is organizational plan, then you are correct. Next one is, how much money will you need? In 3, 2, 1. Yes, James of Malacampa National High School. Financial plan is correct. Number 3. How many competitors are there in the market? In 3, 2, 1. Very good. The answer is survey of your market. Number 4. Are there customers in the place? In 3, 2, 1. Yes, good job learners. The answer is business location. Number 5. What customer's policy will you adopt? In 3, 2, 1. Yes, the answer is management plan. I am very glad that you can still remember our previous lesson. And now, are you ready for our today's lesson, my dear learners? Before we proceed to our topic, I've prepared a short activity for you that will surely prompt your alertness and ability to catch our lesson. Here we go. Let's see some fun ways to learn entrepreneurship. This is the mechanics of our short activity. Number 1, I will present a pictures or words. Number 2, you will combine these pictures or word to formulate a one word which is technical terms in our new lesson. And the last one, you have 1 hint per round. Again, you may send your answer through SMS, Messenger, or in the comment section. First one. What word can you formulate in this picture? Yes, you got the correct answer, Miss Ravenly Balmores of La Paz National High School. The answer is ownership. And ownership means an exclusive right of a person to a business. Next one. What word is that? If your answer is legalize, then you are correct. Legalize means to be permitted by the law. Exciting! Another one. You've got it right, Mr. Daniel Dimdiman of Capas High School. The answer is authorization. And authorization is the issuance of approval to operate. How about this one? Yes, Social Security System. Very good, learners. The Social Security System is a state-run social insurance program in the Philippines to workers in the private, professional, and informal sectors. Another one? Great! It is Department of Trade and Industry. The Department of Trade and Industry, or the DTI, is a prime mover of consumer welfare. Okay, last one. What is that? Very good, Bernadette Ragos of Marawi High School. The correct answer is Department of Labor and Employment. Its purpose is to promote gainful employment opportunities, develop human resources, protect workers, and promote their welfare and maintain industrial peace. Nicely done, learners, okay? Why did I ask you to answer this activity? It is because our lesson for today is legalizing a business. Before we proceed, I wanted to share this to you. Legality of your business venture is necessary to make your operation legal. Without compliance with the legal requirements, your business is considered illegal. I need to get a permit for my business. Where can I ask for assistance? This is the most often asked questions of those people who want to get a business permit. Now let's take them one by one. Let's study the steps and procedures in making the business legal. Here are they. Number 1. Register your business name with the Department of Trade and Industry, or the DTI. The certificate issued after registration becomes your proof of business ownership. Number 2. Register with your municipal city government. When you have a municipal license or a mayor's permit, this serves as your authorization to conduct or operate the business. Number 3. Register with the Bureau of Internal Revenue, or the BIR. This will help systematize your financial operation and payment of taxes. Number 4. You have to register the Social Security System if you have 5 or more employees. Number 5. Register the Article of Partnership or Article of Incorporation with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or the SEC. And the last one, number 6. Register with the Department of Labor and Employment. So, these are the steps and procedures in making the business legal. Do you have any question, learners? Now let's have an activity. Here is the instruction. Write the steps in registering your business. Record them in the correct order. Now do this in your activity notebook. Please follow this format in doing your activity. I will give you 20 seconds to do that, and please just write their acronyms so that you can write all of those steps in a faster way. Your time starts now. Good luck! Time is up. Now let's see if your answers are correct. Great! If your answer goes like this, you are definitely correct. These are the steps. Number 1, register your business name with the Department of Trade and Industry, or the DTI. Number 2, register with your municipal city government. Number 3, register with the Bureau of Internal Revenue. And number 4, you have to register at the Social Security System if you have 5 or more employees. Number 5, register the Article of Partnership or Article of Incorporation with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or the SEC. And the last one, number 6, register with the Department of Labor and Employment. Now count the number of your correct answer. For those who got a perfect score, congratulations, you did a great job. For those who got 4, very good. For those who got 3, good job. And for those who got 2 and below, still okay. Don't lose hope and keep trying. Please get your self-learning modules and review your answer. Now, after understanding and learning the steps and procedures in making the business legal, you will now learn the several benefits derived from registering your business with the government. Here we go. Number 1. When you register your business with the Department of Trade and Industry, the certificate issued to you becomes your proof of business ownership. Another benefit will be the municipal license or mayor's permit issued to you serves as an authorization for you to operate your business. Number 3 benefit, your registration with the Bureau of Internal Revenue will help you systematize your financial operations and the payment of taxes. If you have registered your business enterprise with Cooperative Development Authority or the CDA, which is optional, you can enjoy the following privileges. Number 1, exemption from taxes and fees except the real property and capital gains tax, import duties and taxes, value-added tax on imported articles, taxes on income not arising from the CDA, activities such as interest, royalties, prices, and dividends. Another one is the exemption of the CDA-derived income from the computations of the owners or members in division, exemption from any government rules and regulations on assets, income, and activities directly connected with the services of CDA. So, those are several benefits derived from registering your business with the government. Do you have any questions? If none, get ready for our next activity. Are you ready? Okay, here is the instruction. Write true if the statements are correct and false if the statements are incorrect. I will give you 3 seconds to write your answer in your activity notebook, and I will repeat the question twice, and so you have to listen carefully. Get ready. Number 1. The municipal license or mayor's permit issued to you serves as an authorization for you to operate your business. The municipal license or mayor's permit issued to you serves as an authorization for you to operate your business. In 3, 2, 1. If your answer is true, then you are correct. Number 2. Your registration with the Security and Exchange Commission will help you systematize your financial operations and the payment of taxes. Your registration with the Security and Exchange Commission will help you systematize your financial operations and the payment of taxes. In 3, 2, 1. If your answer is false, then you are correct. Why? Because the government office that helps you systematize your financial operations and the payment of taxes will be BIR or Bureau of Internal Revenue. Okay? Clear? Number 3. When you register your business with the Department of Trade and Industry, the certificate issued to you becomes your proof of business ownership. When you register your business with the Department of Trade and Industry, the certificate issued to you becomes your proof of business ownership. In 3, 2, 1. If your answer is true, then you are correct. Number 4. Registering your business enterprise with Cooperative Development Authority or the CDA is optional. Registering your business enterprise with Cooperative Development Authority or the CDA is optional. In 3, 2, 1. If your answer is true, then you are correct. So, that's the end of our short activity. Now, count the number of your correct answer. For those who got a perfect score, congratulations, you did a great job. For those who got 3, very good. For those who got 2, good job. And for those who got 1 and below, Still okay, don't lose hope and keep trying. Please get your self-learning module and review your answer. Are you learning from our lesson, my dear learners? That's great! It is a must to register your business for your own benefit and protection. When your business has been registered, you are now ready to own your business and face challenges coming your way. Now, let's see what are the legal documents pertaining to business and enterprise. I have here a sample form for the application for continuation of individual registration, and that is from Securities and Exchange Commission. All you have to do is to fill out all the needed information about you being the business owner. Another legal document pertaining to business enterprise is the sample of local business clearance as issued and signed by the Office of the Barangay Captain. Another one is a sample of business permit and license to be issued by the Office of the Mayor. All you have to do is to fill out all the needed information about you being the business owner. After that, they will issue a business permit that serves as an authorization for you to operate your business. Now, these are the samples of legal documents pertaining to business and enterprise. As an entrepreneur, it is important to register your business to various government offices for your own benefit and protection. Now, to sum up the lesson that we have discussed, it is necessary to register our business to make it legal. The steps and procedures in making the business legal are: number 1, register your business name with the Department of Trade and Industry or the DTI. The certificate issued after registration becomes your proof of business ownership. Number 2, register with your municipal city government. When you have a municipal license or a mayor's permit, this serves as your authorization to conduct or operate the business. Number 3, register with the Bureau of Internal Revenue or the BIR. This will help systematize your financial operation and payment of taxes. Number 4, you have to register at the Social Security System or the SSS if you have 5 or more employees. Number 5, register the Article of Partnership or Article of Incorporation with the Securities and Exchange Commission or the SEC. And the last but definitely not the least, register with the Department of Labor and Employment. Now, my dear learners, we will be having a short quiz. Our quiz is a multiple choice, and all you have to do is to select the correct answer by writing the letter of your choice on your answer sheet. I will read each question twice. Are you ready? Number 1. The certificate issued by this government office after registration becomes your proof of business ownership. The certificate issued by this government office after registration becomes your proof of business ownership. A. Department of Trade and Industry. B. Department of Labor and Employment. C. Securities and Exchange Commission. Number 2. This government office will help systematize your financial operation and payment of taxes. This government office will help systematize your financial operation and payment of taxes. A. Department of Trade and Industry. B. Bureau of Internal Revenue. C. Mayor's Permit. Number 3. This serves as your authorization to conduct or operate the business. This serves as your authorization to conduct or operate the business. A. Department of Trade and Industry or the DTI. B. Bureau of Internal Revenue or C. Mayor's Permit. Number 4. If you have registered your business enterprise with Cooperative Development Authority or the CDA, which is optional, you can enjoy the following privileges except, again, if you have registered your business enterprise with Cooperative Development Authority, which is optional, you can enjoy the following privileges except A, exemption of the CDA-derived income from the computations of the owners or members in division. B, exemption from any government rules and regulations on assets, income, and activities directly connected with the services of CDA. Or C, none of the above. For the last number, number 5, it is necessary to register your business to make it blank. It is necessary to register your business to make it blank. A, functional, B, legal, C, operational. Are you ready to check your answers, learners? Here we go. Here are the answers. Number 1, A. Number 2, B. Number 3, C. Number 4, C. And number 5, B. For the part 2 of your quiz, we have this sequencing. Arrange the correct steps in registering your business. Record them in the correct order by ranking it from 1 to 6. Do this in your quiz notebook. Time is up. Let's check your answer. Here we go. Here are the answers. For number 1, 2. For number 2, 6. For number 3, 1. For number 4, 5. For number 5, 4. And for number 6, 3. Now count the number of your correct answers. For those who got a perfect score, congratulations, you did a great job. For those who got 8 to 10, good job. For those who got 6 and 7, good job. And for those who got 5 and below, still okay. Don't lose hope and keep trying. Please get your modules and review your answers. For your assignment, which is a filling up of legal forms, fill out the application form in applying for a business permit. Use the form provided in your self-learning modules in pages 6, 7, and 8. And of course, you have to answer the following questions. Number 1, why is it important to register your business? And then number 2, what will happen if one of the legal documents is not being applied? Yes, we are back and you are still tuned in to your favorite school on air. This is Project Shine Aral TarlakHenyo, brought to you by the Department of Education, Division of Tarlac Province in cooperation with the DZTC 828 AM station. And let us always remember that in TLE, we have knowledge, skills, and progress. Thank you very much and keep safe, everyone. This is Teacher Ronaline, now signing off. God bless everyone.
Ang ASEAN New Zealand Afforestation Project o ANZAP ay sumusunod at umaayon sa isa sa 5 haligi ng Provincial Government of Tarlac. kalikasan muna. Although Tarlac is landlocked, the province is teeming with natural resources and beauty, and we TarlakHenyos are the stewards of this bounty.
Alam niyo ba na ang jeep ay ang pinakasikat na uri ng transportasyon sa Pilipinas? May nagsasabi na ang pangalang jeep ay hango sa salitang jeepy na ang ibig sabihin ay general purpose or government purpose na naglalarawan ng military jeep na ginamit noong World War II. Pagkatapos ng digmaan, iniwan na ng mga sundalong Amerikano ang libu-libong jeep sa kalsada ng Maynila. Ang matibay at makulay na jeepney nga raw ay truly mestizo dahil sa half local at half foreign na katangian nito. Alam nyo na, yan ang jeepney.
Kumusta mga giliw kong tagapakinig?
Nagbabalik ang inyong paaralang panghimpapawid.
Aral TarlakHenyo
Sa RTV Tarlac, Channel 26,
At sa bayang naririnig sa DCTC 828,
Radyo Pilipino Tarlac.
tayo rin ay napapanood sa FB Live ng RTV Tarlac Channel 26.
Sumasahimpapawid mula sa bayan ng Pura Tarlac,
mula sa bayan ng San Clemente.
Mula rito, sa Purok Elementary School, Pura Tarlac.
sa bayan ng Kapas Tarlac.
Ako, ang inyong guro,
na maghahatid sa inyo ng makabuluhang pagtalakay sa ating aralin.
Grade 9 learners from all over the schools division of Tarlac Province. Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac Channel 26, simulcast over DCTC Radio Filipino Tarlac. I am your teacher broadcaster, Ma'am Abigail F. Bartolome, who will be with you in this 25-minute informative and educational broadcast about our lesson for Health Grade 9. I would also like to welcome all our listeners, especially our dear students and parents, our dear supportive parents and valuable stakeholders that these radio and TV broadcasts may reach. Time check, ladies and gentlemen, it's exactly 4:30 in the afternoon and you are watching Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac, Channel 26, simulcast over DCTC Radio Filipino Tarlac. Before we start, I want to make some important reminders before our lesson begins. Make sure that you are in a quiet, relaxed, and comfortable place when listening. Make sure that you have a copy of your module, compendium of notes, LAS, and your learner's activity sheet to better understand our lesson for today. Our topic for today is still about first aid, particularly the kinds of unintentional and intentional injuries. Are you all now ready for a new session of safety lesson and discovery with Teacher Abby? Very good. I guess you are all now prepared and excited to learn. An important reminder to all our listeners, especially to our dear students and parents, to please feel free and comfortable enough to ask questions during and after the broadcast. You can post a message on our class GC or through SMS. You can message me directly, your teacher broadcaster, on my number 0922-704-5331. I'll try my best to answer all your questions, queries, and clarifications before the broadcast ends.
This is our first lesson for the fourth quarter, and that is why I want you to think, what are you going to do in these following situations? Okay, here is picture number 1. Picture of a person drowning. Next picture, picture of bullying. I want you to analyze the picture and think, what are the things that you are going to do in these situations? And here are the guide questions for the pictures. Number 1, what is the picture all about? Number 2, what are you going to do if that happened to you or to a family member? I want you to prepare your answers, and later we will get back to these photos. And for our short activity before the lesson, please refer to your learner's activity sheet. I have here jumbled words and pictures. I want you to analyze them, and let's see what words are we going to form. And let's try to give your ideas and insights about the words. The activity is entitled, Fix Me, I'm Broken. I am going to read some of your responses right after each number by the FB live stream, so get ready. The first letters are U, R, B, and S. What is the word form in these letters? Very good, Liam Allen. The correct answer is burns. They are incidents caused by touching a hot iron or spilling boiling water on the skin. Next, can you identify what is on the picture? Good job, Liz Natalie. The correct answer is a legal fraternity. They are a group of people with similar backgrounds. The third letters are TEAHTINOEXSAUH. What is the word form in these letters? You got it right, Santia Amber. The correct answer is heat exhaustion, caused by loss of salt and water due to water to a very high temperature. Next, what is on the fourth picture? The correct answer is bullying. They are unwanted or aggressive behavior toward another person. The fifth letters are DOOFNINGOIPOS. What is the word form in these letters? If your answer is food poisoning, you are correct. Very good, my dear students. You have the right idea for each of our lessons today. After forming the words related to our lesson, I want you to give your insights and ideas about the words. Please write them down on your activity sheet. Going back to the pictures posted before the lesson, what is the picture all about? And what are you going to do if that happened to you or to a family member? Okay, here is picture number 1. Picture of a person drowning. I have a response here coming from Matt Aiden, and he said it is a picture of a drowning person. The first aid for this is to lay the victim on his back, check the airways, and give rescue breaths, also known as CPR. Wow, that's a very comprehensive answer, Matt Aiden. Next picture is bullying. What do you usually do if you see someone bullying? I've got an answer here posted by the FB live stream of Aral TarlakHenyo coming from Akimir. And he said, Ma'am, if ever I see someone bullying a student, I will go to the guidance office and report it immediately. Very good answer, Akimir, right? Report right away the school authority any signs of bullying. I am so glad that you have a wide idea of our topic for today, which is kinds of unintentional and intentional injuries. So, I want you all to prepare your hearts and minds as we go over this 25-minute discussion on the air. Once again, you are watching Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac Channel 26, simulcast over DCTC Radio Pilipino Tarlac. Are you all now ready to identify and classify the different injuries that is happening around us? Very good. So let's start the discussion by defining injury. Injury is damage to your body. It is a general term that refers to harm caused by accidents, falls, hits, weapons, and more. In Tagalog, we call injury as pinsala o kapahamakan. The first classification of intentional injuries are: this refers to intentional injuries that are unplanned and typically preventable when proper safety precautions are followed. The injury occurs in a short period of time and our harmful outcomes was not sought. Let us now proceed to the different kinds of unintentional injuries. First is fracture. Fracture, it is a break or crack in a bone. And we have two types of fracture. We have open fracture that versus the skin surface and a closed fracture when the skin is intact. Next, we have dislocation. It is a partial or complete displacement of a bone. Next on the list, we have sprain and strain. Sprain, it is an injury of the ligament of a bone due to accidental tearing or overstretching, while strain is an injury to the muscles which is a result of improper use of the muscles. They are uncommonly or commonly experienced by athletes, children, and old people. That is why we should always be careful every step of the way. Then we have heat exhaustion. It is caused by loss of salt and water due to excessively high temperature, and this may lead to heat stroke and even death. Moving on, we have food poisoning. Food poisoning is caused by consuming food or drink that is contaminated with bacteria or viruses. Once again, food poisoning can happen to all. That is why we should always be careful enough in preparing and planning our food for the family. Let's move on. Choking. This results when a foreign object blocks the throat. Choking may be partial or complete obstruction of the airway and can be done or due to a foreign body, and Heimlich maneuver is often done when choked. Next, we have drowning. Happens when air cannot get into the lungs because of the water. It can cause immediate death when taken for granted. Every day, about 10 people die from drowning, and drowning ranks 5th among the leading causes of unintentional injury deaths. Next, we have heart attack. Is caused by a sudden obstruction of blood supply to the part of the heart muscles. The good news is that you can prepare by knowing these silent signs of heart attack: chest pain, pressure, fullness, and discomfort. Next on the list, we have electrical burns. This may occur when electricity passes through the body. Burns can damage your skin and other body tissues. And last but not the least, we have heat stroke. It is caused by a failure of the thermostat in the brain to regulate the body temperature. When this happens, the body becomes seriously heated. What are you going to do if you experience heat stroke? Drink lots of water or sports drink. Avoid alcohol and limit your activities during the hottest time of the day. Please take note of that. I hope you have taken down notes because later you'll be answering questions related to our lesson. Once again, can you give me the 10 unintentional injuries that we have discussed? They are fracture, dislocation, sprain and strain, heat exhaustion, food poisoning, choking, drowning, heart attack, electrical burn, and heat strokes. I hope you have mastered and remembered them well, because later we will be classifying them according to unintentional and intentional injuries. Let's now move on to intentional injuries. These are defined as injuries resulting from violence, and it can be divided into two. Self-inflicted, when a person harms himself or herself. Assault, when another person harms another on purpose. And here are the kinds of intentional injuries. Self-inflicted, it is caused by self, and assault that can be caused within the family, committed by peers, or committed by other groups. Under intentional injuries, we have suicide. Suicide, it is the intentional taking of one's life. Many of those who attempt suicide do not receive emotional and mental counseling because they are ashamed to share their problems to their family. But then again, as I have said before, we have a big God who is always there for all of us, a loving family, and also our friends who can help us with our problems. You just have to reach out and be heard, and for sure, everything will be okay. Next on the line, we have parasuicide, a suicide attempt in which a person does not intend to die. It is often a cry for help, meaning or the person wants others to know what he or she is feeling. Next, we have domestic violence. It is an act that includes physical assault such as hitting, pushing, shoving, sexual abuse, sexual activity, and verbal abuse. It can be experienced by people who are in a relationship and also common to children. I hope and pray that all our homes will be a piece of heaven on earth and a haven of love, protection, and care for all its family members. Next on the list, we have intentional injuries caused by peers. We have bullying. Bullying, it is an aggressive and an unwanted behavior. This can be a result of their relationship at home. The child may not have enough love, attention, and affection at home. That is why they do it in a very unwanted manner by harming, embarrassing, and control of others. And we have four types of bullying. They are verbal bullying, social bullying, physical bullying, and cyber bullying. Next is stalking. It is a pattern of behavior that makes you feel nervous, afraid, or harassed or in danger. It is done when someone contacts you, follows you, or sends you things that you don't want to. Now, stalking can be easily done, right? Especially in our social media accounts. It has been an often fishing grounds for stalkers and social media monsters. That is why we should keep our accounts secure, private, secure the passwords, and filter everything that could access your personal profile. Now, let us now move on to the injuries caused by others. We have extortion. This is an act or using force to threat people to force to hand over their money and property on favor. Extortion can happen outside or near school premises where children are victimized to give their allowances in exchange of promise that they will not be beaten up. Next, we have gang and youth violence. Gang is defined as relatively tough, mostly street-based group of young people who commits criminal activity and violence. So, what are you going to do to avoid this kind of people? Correct, you have to stay home and just stay safe. Moving on, we have fraternity. Fraternity, it is a group of people with similar backgrounds, occupation, and interest. What do you think are the reasons why people join fraternities? Some see it as a gain of power. They belong to a group, and lastly, they have an ally and they feel somehow protected. Next, we have kidnapping. It is taking away or forcefully moving a person against his or her will and holding in unjust captivity. Kidnapping is defined by law as taking someone unwillingly and keeping them illegally imprisoned without their valid consent. And last but not the least, we have acts of terror. It is the use of violence to political goals and putting public in fear and danger. The goal of terrorism is generally to destroy the public sense of security in the places most familiar to them. I hope I have given you enough information about our today's broadcast. Can you give us a short wrap-up of our lesson for today? We have a response here coming from Anissa, and she said, I have learned the different types of injuries, particularly the intentional and unintentional injuries. Very good. And we have also discussed the kinds of intentional and intentional injuries. I am glad that you have listened well and mastered our lesson for today. And now, let's have a quiz about our lesson. This is a 5-item quiz, and you can write your answer on your MAPE notebook or simply post your answers via the FB live stream of Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Channel 26. Here is the direction. All you have to do is write true if the statement is true and false if the statement is false about intentional and unintentional injuries. Number 1, first aid is an immediate and temporary care given to a person who suddenly gets ill or injured. Number 2, bullying is an aggressive and unwanted behavior. Number 3, food poisoning is characterized by a blockage on the throat. Number 4, unintentional injuries are preventable if safety precautions are done. And last, number 5, intentional injuries can be done by oneself, peer, and others. Okay, let's try to check your answers. Here are the key to correction. Number 1, true. Number 2, true. Number 3, false. Number 4, true. And number 5, true. Okay, I hope you've got the items correctly. For those who are not, don't be sad because there will always be a next time. What is important is that you have tried hard and you have been honest. For today's activity, kindly refer to your learner's activity sheet, and this will be your assignment for today's broadcast. The title of the activity is What's on Your Mind? Think of a creative way on how to make a slogan about intentional and unintentional injuries. After all the ideas given to you, I am pretty sure that you can create a beautiful output for this activity. And you will be graded according to these criteria. Creativity, 25%, neatness of work, 25%, interpretation, 25%, message, 25% for a total of 100%. You can submit this online to your teachers or submit it on Friday or on the schedule of your retrieval and distribution of your modules in your school for modular learners. I hope you have learned a lot today. I am Ma'am Abigail Fausto Bartolome, your teacher broadcaster, saying your safety is our first and foremost concern and priority. Once again, don't forget to watch us live on Facebook from Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 in the afternoon for more radio-based lessons based on the most essential learning competencies. Please also take time to like and share our Facebook page, RTV Tarlac Channel 26. Once again, this has been your teacher, Abby, saying life is fragile, you have to handle it with care, and to never ever let your guard down against COVID-19. Once again, this has been your teacher broadcaster, feeling thankful, humbled, and privileged to have served you all. I am Abigail F. Bartolome from Tarlac National High School, the home of the champions, now the Center of Excellence, now signing off. Stay home and stay safe. God bless everyone!
Alam niyo ba na ang first Filipino Olympic medalist ay si Teofilo Ildefonso? Siya ang kauna-unahang Pinoy at Southeast Asian na nakasungkit ng Olympic medal sa swimming division. Tungong Pidig, Ilocos Norte, nagsimula siyang sumali sa mga paligsahan noong 1921 at nakaipon ng halos 100 medals. Noong World War II, nakipaglaban din siya sa mga Hapon at nakaligtas sa Bataan Death March. Ngunit binawian siya ng buhay sa Capas Concentration Camp at hindi na muli natagpuan ang mga labi nito. Alam nyo na, yan ang first Filipino Olympic medalist.
Ang dagdag na 2 taon sa high school ay malaking bahagi ng programang K-12 sa ating bansa. Pinag-aralan ng mabuti ng Kagawaran ng Edukasyon o DEPED ang nilalaman at paraan ng pagkatuto sa 2 taong ito na tinatawag ngayong senior high school. Sa pamamagitan ng senior high school, tinitiyak ng DEPED ang kalidad ng edukasyon na may malinaw na patutunguhan anuman ang iyong pag-aralan. May 15 core, 7 applied at 9 na specialized subjects ang senior high school. Sa kabuuan, may 31 subjects ang senior high school. Katumbas ito ng 4 na semestre na may 2 quarter bawat semestre. Ang mga paksa sa bawat aralin ay mahalaga upang maihanda ang mga mag-aaral sa 4 na curriculum exit gaya ng kolehiyo, trabaho, middle-level skills development at negosyo. Kahit anong track ang piliin ng isang mag-aaral, maaari siyang magpatuloy sa alinman sa 4 na posibleng curriculum exit. Mayroong 4 na track ang senior high school. 1. Academic track. 2. Technical Vocational Livelihood track. 3. Arts and Design track. At 4. Sports track. Ang senior high school sports track. Para naman sa mga may hilig o talento sa sports at nais maghanap buhay sa larangan ng sports, ang Senior High School Sports Track. Ang mga nakatapos nito ay maaaring maging amateur o profesional na atleta, coach, sports official o kahit magnenegosyo. Maaari rin silang kumuha ng mas mataas na kasanayan o middle-level skills o kaya'y magpatuloy sa kolehiyo. Walang mga strand sa ilalim ng sports track. Nakatuon ang track sa kasanayang pang-sports at sa pangangasiwa nito. Narito ang mga specialized subjects sa sports track. Safety and First Aid. Nilalayon nito na malinang sa mga mag-aaral ang kasanayan sa buhay at kakayahang pangkaligtasan, pag-iwas sa pinsala at pamamahala sa iba't ibang laro at exercise settings. Saklaw rin nito ang wastong kalusugan at ligtas na pagtugon sa oras ng biglaang pangangailangan. Ang pagtatapos o pagkumpleto sa kurso ay maaaring maging daan sa ikapagtatamo ng sertipikasyon o pagkilala mula sa Philippine Red Cross. Human movement. Pinag-aaralan dito ang pinagmumulan, control at pagsasanay ng mga motor skills o paggalaw ng mga bahagi ng katawan ayon sa iba't ibang antas. Fundamentals of Coaching. Nakasentro ito sa mga pangunahing kaalaman tungkol sa pagiging coach sa sports. Sports Officiating and Activity Management. Tinatalakay rito ang mga konsepto at alituntunin ng mga sports o palaro, pati na rin ang pamamahala ng iba't ibang aktibidad na kaugnay ng sports at fitness. Ang mga kasanayang ito ay maaaring magawaran ng katibayan mula sa National Sports Associations at iba pang organisasyon. Fitness, Sports and Recreation Leadership. Dito ay binibigyan ang mga mag-aaral na kasanayan sa pamamahala ng ligtas at epektibong programa sa sports, ehersisyo at libangan. Sa psychosocial aspects of sports and exercise ay nagkakaroon ng pag-unawa sa individual at panlipunang mga salik na nakakaapekto sa pakikilahok, pagganap, pagsunod at kagalingang psikolohikal sa laro at ehersisyo. Fitness Testing and Basic Exercise Program. Itinuturo naman dito ang mga paraan ng pagsukat at pagsusuri para makabuo ng programang angkop sa pisikal na kahandaan ng isang individual. Ang practicum sa paaralan at work immersion sa labas ng paaralan ay magbibigay ng mga karanasang hahasa sa mga natutunan sa track na ito. Ang mga pagsusulit o assessment sa sports track ay karaniwang performance-based o batay sa aktwal na pagpapakita ng kayang gawin na mag-aaral. Narito ang ilang mga trabahong nakalinya sa sports track. 1. Referee, umpire o judge. 2. Table officials, tulad ng scorer o timer. 3. Trainer. 4. Coach. 5. Team manager. 6. Athletic scout. 7. Sports broadcaster or writer. 8. Sports analyst. 9. Fitness instructor. 10. Recreational leader. 11. Sports organizer o manager. Bilang requirement sa senior high school, kailangang dumaan ng mga mag-aaral anuman ang kanilang track sa isa sa mga sumusunod: work immersion, apprenticeship, culminating activity, o capstone project. Nakasaad sa DEPED Order No. 39 Series of 2018, clarification and additional information to DEPED Order No. 30 Series of 2017 na ang work immersion ay isang required subject sa TVL track, habang optional naman ito sa academic, arts and design at sports tracks.
Kumusta mga giliw kong tagapakinig?
Nagbabalik ang inyong paaralang panghimpapawid,
Aral TarlakHenyo,
Sa RTV Tarlac, Channel 26,
At sa bayang naririnig sa DCTC 828,
Radyo Pilipino Tarlac.
Tayo rin ay napapanood sa FB Live ng RTV Tarlac Channel 26.
Sumasahimpapawid mula sa bayan ng Pura Tarlac,
mula sa bayan ng San Clemente.
Mula rito sa Purok Elementary School, Pura Tarlac,
sa bayan ng Kapas Tarlac.
Ako, ang inyong guro,
na maghahatid sa inyo ng makabuluhang pagtalakay sa ating aralin.
Alam niyo ba na ang gitnang Luzon ay tinaguri ang banga ng bigas ng bayan at kamalig ng palay ng Pilipinas dahil dito nagmumula ang malaking produksyon ng bigas sa ating bansa. Ito ay binubuo ng mga lalawigan ng Aurora, Bataan, Pampanga, Nueva Ecija, Zambales at Tarlac. Ugaliin nating manood ng Aral TarlakHenyo Lunes hanggang Biyernes alas 8:30 ng umaga hanggang alas 5:30 ng hapon. Ako si Binibining Pia Isrin Capiral, ang inyong teacher broadcaster sa Araling Panlipunan dito sa Project Shine Aral TarlakHenyo. Lagi nating tandaan ang pag-aaral ng Araling Panlipunan ay tungo sa daan ng pagiging makadiyos, makakalikasan, makatao at makabansa.
Magandang hapon po sa lahat ng taga-subaybay ng ating Project Shine, Aral TarlakHenyo, dito sa RTV Tarlac, Channel 26, at sa bayang napapakinggan sa DZTC Radyo Pilipino 828 AM Radio, at napapanood via Converge TV Channel 100, FB Live sa FB page ng RTV Tarlac, Channel 26, at sa FB page ng DEPED tayo, Tarlac Province. Ako po ang inyong segment host, Mr. Harold G. Giam, ang teacher in charge ng Araling Panlipunan Department ng Mababanaba National High School at President ng Division Association of Social Studies Leaders and Educators at isang kasalo enthusiast. Ngayong hapon ito, mapalad tayong makasama ang isang napakatalino at down-to-earth na Master Teacher 1 ng Araling Panlipunan ng Kapas National High School at isa ring kasalo enthusiast. We have Mr. Ferdinand M. Villanueva. Kasama rin po natin ang isang malapit sa puso ko, ang aking kaibigan, ang Vice President ng Division Association of Social Studies Leaders and Educators ng Cluster 4, ang Araling Panlipunan Leader ng Aranguren Integrated School High School Department, at kasalo enthusiast, we have Mr. Kevin Chester M. Cura. Magandang hapon pong muli, Sir Ferdinand and Sir Chester.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello
Welcome
po.
po sa ating Project Shine, Aral TarlakHenyo sa Division Virtual Project Kasalo sa Radyo. Bago ang lahat, bumati po muna tayo sa ating mga taga-subaybay na nakikinig at nanonood, Sir Chester at Sir Ferdinand. Unahin mo natin si Sir Ferdinand.
Magandang hapon, Sir Chas, Sir Harold, magandang hapon sa dalawang mahusay na guro sa aralin sa Division ng Tarlac Province. Masaya ako na nakasama ko kayo ngayong hapon na to. Pinapaabot ko din ang isang magandang hapon at mainit na pagbati sa lahat ng mga nanonood ngayon na mga mag-aaral. Alam ko maraming nanonood ngayon na mga high school students, no? Mga magulang po na nanonood, magandang hapon po. Ganon din, magandang hapon sa lahat ng mga kapwa natin guro sa Araling Panlipunan na nanonood ngayon. Sir Harold, kukunin ko na ang pagkakataon na batiin din ang ilang mga importanteng mga tao, tagapamuno sa ating Schools Division of Tarlac Province. Unahin na natin ang mahal nating Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Ronaldo A. Poson. Sir, good afternoon po. At sa ating mahal na EPS ng Araling Panlipunan, Dr. Lamberto F. Gamurot. Pinapaabot ko rin ang aking pagbati sa mahal kong punong guro, Dr. Mariolito G. Magkalas, at sa aking mahal na HT Head Teacher, Madam Munina Escoto Martinez. Muli po, sana samahan nyo kami sa loob ng 25 minutes at makapulot po tayo ng maraming aral at impormasyon tungkol sa paksang ating tatalakayin ngayong hapon na ito. Maraming salamat, Sir Harold.
Thank you, Sir Ferdinand. Sir Chester, bumati ka muna.
Yan, magandang hapon po sa lahat ng mga nakikinig at nanonood dito sa ating kasalo sa radyo. Binati na ni Sir Ferds halos lahat ng aking babatiin. Babatiin ko na lamang ang aking mga mag-aaral at mga kapwa-guro sa Aranguren Integrated School High School Department. Magandang hapon po, at sa inyo rin, Sir Harold at Sir Ferds, magandang hapon po sa inyo.
Ayan. Maraming salamat, Sir Chester and Sir Ferdinand. Sa araw na ito, tatalakayin at pag-usapan natin para sa ating kasalo sa radyo ang mga produktong agrikultural at mga industriya. Ayan. Ano namang mga produktong agrikultural ang may pagmamalaki ng lalawigan ng Tarlac? Dahil alam ko, maraming mga gustong malaman kung ano bang mga pinagmamalaki ng ating lalawigan. Sir Ferdinand.
Sir Harold, alam mo ba na ang ating probinsya ng Tarlac ay napakapalad dahil tayo ay biniyayaan ng may kapal ng napakayaman at maunlad na mga produktong agrikultural. Ang mga produktong agrikultural ng ating probinsya, pangunahin na dito ang mga sumusunod. Kabilang dyan ang palay, tubo, mais, halamang ugat tulad ng kamote, singkamas, tabako, at mga sari-saring gulay, Sir Harold.
Ayan. Thank you, Sir Ferdinand. So mula sa mga nabanggit ni Sir, saan madalas itinatanim ang mga pangunahing produktong ito na nabanggit niya tulad ng palay, tubo, Sir Chester?
Okay, Sir Harold. Sa katunayan, katulad ng sinabi ni Sir Ferds, ang Tarlac ay isang kapatagan. Kaya naman, halos lahat ng lugar sa Tarlac ay tinatamnan ng mga nabanggit na produkto ni Sir Ferds, katulad ng palay, mais at iba't ibang mga gulay.
Tama, agrikultura ang pangunahing industriya ng Tarlac. Palay at tubo ang pangunahing pananim. Ngunit isa ang tubo sa may magandang kasaysayan kung bakit may pagmamalaki natin ito sa ating lalawigan. Alam mo, very excited ako kung ano ang kwentong ibibigay sa atin ni Sir Ferdinand patungkol sa tubo. Sir Ferdinand.
Salamat po, Sir Harold. Alam niyo ba, Sir Harold, para sa impormasyon ng manunood at tagapakinig natin sa radyo, ang kasaysayan ng industriya ng asukal o sugar industry sa Pilipinas noong Spanish colonization ay mula sa mga Arab traders na dinala galing Celebes. Yun ang mga nabasa natin sa ating mga pananaliksik. Una, di umanong itinanim ang tubo sa Mindanao. Pagkatapos, ang asukal ay dinala patungong norte. At ang prosesong ito ay umabot ng Visayas at Luzon. Ang sugarcane farming ay patuloy pa rin na isinasagawa sa buong bansa hanggang sa kasalukuyan. Sa katunayan, ang ating probinsya ng Tarlac ay mayroon tayong mga malalaking sugar milling companies. Ilan dito ang Central Azucarera de Tarlac. Familiar ba kayo doon, Sir Harold, sa Central Azucarera de Tarlac?
Yes sir, actually nakita ko na yan din. Parang mga tries na siguro.
Opo. Hanggang ngayon kasi still operational yon. Yan ay matatagpuan natin sa San Miguel, Tarlac City. At ang Paniki Sugar Mills Incorporation sa Paniki, Tarlac naman. So sa mga kababayan natin sa Paniki, alam nila at pamilyar sila dun sa Paniki Sugar Mills Incorporation. Sa aking pagbabasa, Sir Harold, at pananaliksik, ukol dito, hindi lang daw ng tubo ay naipagbibili sa mga malaking sugar milling companies. Mayroon din tayong mga maliliit na kabyawan. So may mga kabyawan sa ating mga bayan, tulad sa bayan ng Victoria at sa Hirona noong mga unang panahon. Dito dinadala ng ating mga kababayang magsasaka ng tubo ang kanilang ani na unas o tubo para lutuin nila, para maging inuyat. So, nung mga bata nga kami, naalala ko pa, Sir Harold, ginagawa namin palaman yung inuyat kasi nakalagay sa lata yun. No?
Yes, sir.
At di ba, Sir Chas, naalala niyo pa yun? Yung
Yes
nakatikim
po.
ka ng inuyat?
Actually, hanggang sa ngayon, sir, meron pa rin mga nagtitinda ng inuyat na inilalagay sa stick.
Oo nga, no? Tapos, lulutuin nila yon hanggang lubos na maluto at maging tagapulot. Alam ko ang tagapulot sa Ilocano ay sugar. Sir Harold, tama ba yung
Yes
tagapulot?
sir. At saka nabanggit nyo kanina,
Tubo.
yung term na unas, kung di ako nagkakamali, ang Ilocano kasi ng tubo ay unas. Ano naman po sa Kapampangan?
Sa mga hindi,
Sa amin,
Atbo.
Atbo.
Pastor.
Sa Kapampangan.
Atbo, sir. Okay, oo.
Okay.
So, may natututulan tayo. So, yung mga hindi familiar sa Ilocano term na Atbo sa Kapampangan, unas naman po sa Ilocano. Alam mo, Sir Harold, may terminolohiya akong binigay kanina, nakabyawan. Ang tawag natin sa isang stone device, no? Na pinapatakbo ito sa pamamagitan ng isang kalabaw na ginagamit noong unang panahon para sa pag-ipit at pagdapil ng tubo para makuha yung katas nito na ginagawang molasses or crude sugar. Ito yung unrefined sugar o yung muscovado. Yon, Sir Harold.
Okay. So thank you Sir Ferdinand. Napakinggan natin no kung ano ba yung naging history no ng produkto natin na tubo at nalaman natin na may mga sugar mills tayo dito sa Tarlac. Ang Central Azucarera sa Paniki. At alam nyo ba, sa Victoria meron din, actually nasa plaza namin yan, kung di ako nagkakamali din sa may facing yung munisipyo namin nasa right side niya at nakita ko nga na at least maging familiar yung mga estudyante o yung mga bata na ito pala ay isang uri ng kabyawan na ginagamit ng hanggang sa ngayon ng ating mga Tarlakhenyo. So dito nabanggit nyo rin po sir kanina yung produktong mais. So ngayon naman Sir Chester, kwentuhan mo naman kami ang saan naman makikita ang may pinakamaraming taniman na mais.
Yes, Sir Harold. So, ang mais, Sir Harold, ay karaniwan nating makikita sa halos lahat ng munisipalidad kasi madali lamang itanim ito. Pero ang pinakamalaking taniman natin ng mais ay makikita sa San Manuel. Sa katunayan, ay sa dami ng mga nakatanim na mais sa San Manuel, ay nagkakaroon sila ng tinatawag nilang Mais Festival tuwing buwan ng Pebrero bilang pagpapasalamat sa kanilang masaganang ani sa bawat taon. Okay? So dito rin nagmumula halos lahat ng mga mais na tinitinda natin dito sa ating lalawigan, Sir Harold. Kung makikita ninyo, di ba, may mga nagtitinda ng mais, yung nakabaso, yung mga naka-ano na siya agad, nilalagyan ng cheese.
Cheese, tama.
Yes, tama. So yung mga mais na yon is yung Japanese sweet corn at saka yung local nating mais na kulay puti.
Okay. Yes sir, thank you Sir Chester. Actually nung nag-aaral pa ako ng ang aking master's sa Urdaneta, 'di ba madalas na dumadaan tayo doon sa San Juan at nakikita ko nga yung parang pinaka-simbolo doon sa may ano nila, sa munisipyo nila nandun yung
Munisipyo, yes. Meron
yung
siyang
mag-iis.
tama.
Okay. So, ayan, napag-uusapan na rin natin ang mga produktong agrikultural. Nice ko rin idagdag sa ating usapan ang mga sari-saring mga gulay at halamang ugat na makikita sa ating lalawigan. Anong mga gulay naman ang kilala sa ating mga lalawigan? Sir Ferdinand.
Sir Harold, katulad ng sinabi natin kanina, napakaswerte natin sa probinsya ng Tarlac dahil babiyaya ang ating lupa. Sari-saring gulay ang maaari nating matanim sa ating mga lupain. Ang mga gulay na makikita natin sa ating mga lalawigan, ay ang mga halamang ugat, katulad halimbawa ng singkamas. Makikita nyo, pumunta kayo sa dagsaan ng gulay sa taas ng palengke ng lungsod ng Tarlac. Madami doon nagtitinda ng singkamas, Sir Harold. Marami din tayong mga kamote, iba't ibang mga gulay katulad ng talong, petchay, kalabasa, kamatis, at okra, Sir Harold.
Ayan, so makikita nga natin talaga na ang ating lalawigan ay sagana sa mga gulay. Sir Chester.
Yes, Sir Harold. Nabanggit nyo yung iba't ibang mga gulay, pero ang isang gulay na masasabi nating maipagmamalaki ng Tarlac ay ang okra. Bakit okra? Dahil ang okra ay ginagawa palang iba't ibang produkto, lalo na sa bansang Japan. Sa katunayan, Sir Harold, malaking taniman ng okra ay makikita natin sa La Paz, Tarlac. Okay? So, dahil doon, ang mga okrang ito are actually grown para doon sa paggawa ng iba't ibang mga produkto. At atin naman itong iniluluwas sa bansang Japan.
O, di ba? Hindi lang talaga pang-lokal ang ating mga produkto, pang-international pa. So, napakagaling, no? Sa simpleng mga produkto, nagawang makilala ang ating lalawigan. Tatak Tarlac talaga nga naman. Isa pang may pagmamalaki ng ating lalawigan, ang mga industriya. Nais din naming malaman gayon din ng mga sumusubaybay at nakikinig sa ating programa ang tungkol sa ating industriya. Dahil kanina nabanggit natin ang mga produktong agrikultural. So ngayon naman, dumako tayo sa industriya naman natin. Sir Ferdinand, kwentuhan mo kami dito.
Salamat, Sir Harold. Alam mo, Sir Harold, ang mga industriya na makikita natin karaniwan sa ating probinsya ay kinabilangan ng pag-iimbak ng karne. Tusino. Ang konsepsyon nga, Sir Harold, sa katunayan ay kilala sila sa burong baboy. King Kapangpangan, burong babi. Napasyal ka na ba sa konsepsyon, Sir Harold?
Siguro sir, mga ano pa lang, twice, thrice, ganon. Nadadaanan pa lang sa Manila.
Tikman niyo po yung burong baboy nila doon o burong babi. Yun ang pinagmamalaki ng bayan ng Konsepsyon. Nandyan din ang longganisa, pagpapatuyo ng isda o daing, burong itlog, pagpapausok ng isda, at burong isda. Mahilig tayo mga Kapangpangan sa pagbuburo, Sir Harold. Sinaliksik ko nga ang ibig sabihin na katumbas sa Ingles ng buro is fermented o kaya pickled o kaya something preserved in salt. Kaya halos lahat naman ng bagay na pwedeng iburo nagagawa ng mga Tarlakenyo. Nandiyan yung burong babi, burong kanin, burong mangga, burong mustasa, at yun ay pinagmamalaki ng ating bayan.
Naku Sir Ferdinand, binanggit mo yung mga pagkain na yan, bigla akong natakam. Kasi nga di ba, kahit sa mga ganitong pagkakataon, gusto nating matikman ang produkto ng ating lalawigan. Si Sir Chester, taga Concepcion siya. Siguro one time kapag nakapunta ako sa kanilang bahay, siya ay magbibigay ng magpapakain ng ganyan mga produkto. Ang
burong babi.
Burong
yes
baboy.
Naman, Sir Harold. Actually, sabihan mo lang. Kasi widely available yung mga tinurong pagkain dito sa Concepcion actually. Sa sobrang dami nga, halos araw-araw, merong mga available na mga produkto.
Yes, sir. So, ayan, naasahan ko yan na pag nagpunta ako sa bahay ninyo, marami kang papatake out sa akin. So, maliban sa mga nabanggit niya, Sir Chester, ano-ano pang mga nais mong idagdag na mga produktong pang-industriya naman sa ating lalawigan?
Yes, Sir Harold. Bukod sa mga nabanggit ni Sir Ferds na iba't ibang mga produktong pang-industriya, katulad ng mga binurong pagkain, sikat din sa lalawigan ng Tarlac ang iba't ibang industry, tulad ng industriya ng pagtutroso, maging ang paggawa ng mga sawali dun sa mga basket na ginagamit natin na yari sa sawali at mga bahay kubo natin. Yan, meron din tayong ganyang industriya rito. Pati ang paglalala ng banig ay kasama din sa industriya ng Tarlac. Kasama rin sa industriya dito sa atin ay ang paggawa ng mga pamintay. Yan, yung mga binebenta sa ating palengke na yari sa buko. Okay?
Yes.
At meron ding mga meron ding industriya ng paggawa ng mga muebles na masasabi naman nating Tatak Tarlac na sobrang tibay.
O yan mga Tarlakhenyo, no, hindi lang tayo sa produktong agrikultural, kundi pati rin sa ating industriya ang paggawa ng sawali, paglalala ng banig, pamaypay, at paggawa ng mga muebles. Sir Ferdinand, kanina nabanggit mo yung tinapang isda or yung pagtitinapang. Kung di ako nagkakamali, marami akong nakikita dito diyan sa Kapas. Madalas kasi namamasyal ako sa kaibigan ko diyan. Kwentuhan mo kami dito, sir, kung paano ba nagsimula ang produkto ng smoked fish o yung tinapa sa bayan ng Kapas.
Okay, salamat po. Alam mo, Sir Harold, at mga nakikinig ngayon sa ating palatuntunan, ang tinapang isda, Sir Harold, ay isang sikat na uri ng isda kung saan ito ay naproseso at naluto gamit ang tinatawag na smoking. Yung proseso na pagluluto ng isdang ito ay smoking. Kaya naman, sa Ingles, ang tawag dito, Sir Harold, ay smoked fish. No? Maaring gawing tinapa o tapang isda ang isdang galunggong, bangus, at tilapia. The most commonly ginagamit na isda, Sir Harold, ay ang tilapia, bangus, at saka yung galunggong. Tapang isda o tinapa ang nagiging tawag matapos ang proseso ng smoking. Madalas, iparas ito sa kanin o kaya may kasamang kamatis. Makakakita pa rin tayo sa Harold at mga dakila natin mga tagapakinig ng ganitong buhay na industriya at masarap na produkto ng ating probinsya sa Barangay Talaga at mga ilan pa sa bayan ng Kapas yung Talaga. So, if you want to taste yung pinagmamalaking produkto ng Kapas, isa dyan ay ang tinapang Talaga ng Kapas. Pero meron din tayong mga ibang mga bayan na bantog din sila sa paggagawa ng tinapa o tapang isda, Sir Harold.
Okay. Alam mo, sir, kwento ko lang, no? Every time na noon kasi, syempre bata pa ako, hindi ako familiar sa ganyang produkto ng Kapas. Alam ko noon, yung mga, di ba sir, nasa gilid sila ng daan? Yung mga
yes, Harold. Silera sila.
Yung di ba nagpapara kasi sila sa tupig.
Yeah.
Sir, isip ko, ay, ang haba naman hanggang, kasi di ba papuntang Luisita, sir, di ba may mga
San Miguel.
Tupig, yes.
Hanggang sa Kapas na nagtitinda rin sila ng tupig. So yun nalaman natin, no, na
Pinakaman yung sa amin, sa Kapas.
Yes, sir. Di ba, sir, taga-Kapas ka? So, one time, ayan, punta tayo dyan.
Pasyal po tayo, Sir Harold. Pagluto ko kayo ng tinapa. Si Sir Chester magdadala ng burong babi.
Talagang maipagmamalaki ang tinapa ng Talaga dahil sobrang sarap ng pagkakagawa ng tinapa. At kapag sinabing tinapa, automatic na ang may isip mong lugar ay ang Talaga sa Kapas.
Sana nga Sir Chester, merong kay Mayor Katakutan, Tinapa Festival, di ba Sir Harold? Ay Sir Chester.
Yes po.
Kayo, di ba, mga teachers po kayo from Kapas.
Kapas, yes.
So pwede nyo maipropose yan, sir, bilang
Oo nga, Sir
Chester, na magkaroon ng
araw ng tinapa.
Festival.
Yes.
Kung San Manuel Sir Ferdinand ay meron silang Mais Festival, pwede rin nating mai-propose, di ba, sir, na magkaroon ng Tinapa Festival. Siyempre ngayon hindi pa pwede dahil, alam mo, sir, pandemic pa ngayon. Hindi may pagdiriwang ang ganitong magarbong pagdiriwang o festival. Pero sa mga susunod na pagkakataon ay magkakaroon tayo ng ganito kung papayagan tayo. At nabanggit nyo kanina, di ba, ang pagkain ng tinapa, walang pinipiling meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Yes. Pwede rin siyang midnight snack, Sir Harold. Actually, may mga nililevel up pang tinapa na nilalagay nila sa pasta. Very creative na yung ating mga kababayan ngayon, actually.
Yes. O tama ka,
Tama
Sir
po.
Pastor, no? Na kailangan maging innovative din tayo. So yung mga iba nilalagay talaga nila sa pasta bilang
Yeah.
alternative sa pork.
Meat. Mhm.
Yes. Meat. Tama, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So talaga namang masasabi natin na napakayaman ng ating lalawigan sa mga produktong na ating mga nabanggit. Alam ko si Sir Chester may mga gusto pa siyang idagdag maliban sa mga produktong pang-industriya. Sa inyong sir, sa inyong bayan ng Concepcion.
Yes, nabanggit kanina ni Sir Ferds na sikat ang konsepsyon sa burong baboy. Okay, yung burong babi, sabi, or yung tinatawag nilang pindang damulag na sobrang sarap kasi iba yung lasa niya doon sa burong baboy. So yun ay isa sa produkto ng Concepcion. Maliban sa mani ng Concepcion na kilala kapag sinabi kasing mani, talagang naiisip talaga yung Concepcion dahil yung mani sa Concepcion talagang malalaki ang buto. Okay? So bukod doon, Sir Harold, ay masasabi rin natin na isang ipinagmamalaki ng bayan ng lalawigan ng Tarlac ay yung mga woodworks ng Santa Ignacia. Yan. Kung familiar kayo na karaniwang ibinibigay ng mga trophies o kaya mga medalya, yung galing sa woodworks ng Santa Ignacia. So ito yung iba pang mga produkto pang-industriya na maipagmamalaki ng lalawigan ng Tarlac, Sir Harold.
Ayan, thank you Sir Chester and Sir Ferdinand. So, sa ating mga taga-subaybay at nakikinig, nanonood, ngayon alam nyo na no, kung ano yung mga may pagmamalaki ng ating lalawigan at lalo na sa mga munisipalidad natin. So bilang mga Tarlakenyo, narapat lamang na tangkilikin natin ang ganitong mga produkto. So nakakatuwang isipin na napakabunga at nag-uumapaw na naman ang ating mga natutuhan ngayong patungkol sa mga produktong agrikultural at mga industriya sa ating lalawigan. So bago tayo magtapos ay since bumati na kayo kanina Sir Chester at Sir Ferdinand, nais ko din namang batiin ang aking principal sa Magpapanaban National High School kay Dr. Reynaldo Doria, kayo din ang aming mga head teachers at sa lahat ng aking mga co-teachers. Ngayon kasi nag-start kami ng modules for the second quarter, so binigyan ako ng chance na ayan, na mag-absent muna dahil ito nga mag-i-air nga ako, mag-broadcast nga ako. At sa lahat ng mga grade 9 broadcasters din na nagpapabati, so hello sa inyong lahat. So maraming salamat sa ating mga panelists, ang ating Master Teacher 1 ng Araling Palipunan ng Capas National High School at Kasalo Enthusiast. Gayon din ang ating Araling Palipunan leader, si Sir Chester mula sa Arangturen Integrated School High School Department. So maraming salamat Sir Ferdinand at Sir Kevin Chester Cura. May mga gusto ko kayong pasalamatan, Sir?
Salamat po.
Yes, maraming salamat po. Sir Harold, nais ko na rin batiin ang aking school head na si Ma'am Elma sa patuloy na suporta sa mga ganitong gawain. Maraming salamat po Ma'am Elma at sa aking mga head teachers na si Ma'am Sheila at si Ma'am April. Maraming salamat po.
Sir Ferdinand.
Sir Harold, shout out na lang po sa lahat ng aking mga kapwa guro sa Capas National High School. Maraming salamat po Sir Harold, maraming salamat po sa tiwala din na binigay sa atin ng ating EPS Sir Lambert. Hanggang sa muli po, sana magsama-sama muli tayo Sir Harold and Sir Chester.
Yes, maraming salamat kay Sir Lambert. Muli, ako ang inyong segment host, Mr. Harold Gigiam, ang Araling Palipunan Coordinator ng AP Department sa Mababanaban National High School, ang President ng Division Association of Social Studies Leaders and Educators at Kasalo Enthusiasts na nagsasabing ang pag-aaral ng kasaysayan lokal ay daan sa pag-unawa ng nakaraan at pinagmulan. Ito rin ang daan upang ganap na maunawaan ang pambansang kasaysayan na siyang daan sa pagiging maka-Diyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa. Maraming salamat po.
Alam niyo ba na ang gitnang Luzon ay tinaguri ang banga ng bigas ng bayan at kamalig ng palay ng Pilipinas dahil dito nagmumula ang malaking produksyon ng bigas